Imagine a place where ancient history and modern life meet in a breathtaking setting. A country of mysterious temples, paradisiacal beaches, and warm people who hold fascinating secrets about their culture and struggle. This is Cambodia, a destination that few know, but promises an unforgettable experience. From a past of pain and resistance, to rebirth as one of Asia's most promising tourist destinations. Prepare to dive into the heart of this extraordinary kingdom and discover what truly makes Cambodia a unique place in the world. Don't miss it. Cambodia has a history marked by conquests, tragedies, and an impressive rebirth. Former home to the Khmer Empire, which flourished between the 9th and 15th centuries, the country saw the birth of one of Southeast Asia's greatest and most powerful civilizations. However, over the centuries, Cambodia's history has also been marked by invasions and conflicts, with the domination of neighboring empires and later, the French colonizer. Nevertheless, the darkest chapter in Cambodia's recent history occurred during the Khmer Rouge regime, between 1975 and 1979. Under the command of Pol Pot, a devastating genocide took place. Approximately 2 million people, or a quarter of the population, were killed or died due to hunger, forced labor, and mass executions. This dark period left deep scars but also fueled impressive resistance, and after the regime's fall, the country began its slow recovery. Today, Cambodia is proud to be a sovereign nation that, after decades of civil war, is building a promising future. However, its identity is deeply rooted in its rich cultural heritage, with the Angkor Wat Temple, the largest and most impressive religious complex in the world, being the greatest symbol of its historical grandeur. The temple was built in the 12th century, and its grandeur and architectural details continue to attract millions of visitors from around the world. Angkor Wat is not just an architectural wonder, but also a symbol of Cambodia's spiritual and cultural strength. Buddhism, the country's official religion, has a strong presence in daily life, with more than 95% of the population being Buddhists. Respect, kindness, and compassion are fundamental values for the Cambodian people, influencing their traditions, including marriage and funeral rituals, which are times for deep reflection on life and death. This connection between past and present, the struggle for survival, and the cultural flourishing make Cambodia a fascinating and unique country, where the old and the new coexist in an unusual way, and where history and spirituality are fundamental to the identity of its people. Walking through the streets of Cambodia, it's impossible not to notice the contrast between urban and rural life, and how modernity and tradition intertwine uniquely. The capital, Phnom Penh, is the main center of activity, where a mix of modern buildings, busy markets, and intense daily life can be observed. Although the country is mostly rural, the city offers a window into modern civilized life, with shopping centers, restaurants, and high-end services. However, when venturing into more remote areas, the reality changes. In many villages and smaller towns, people live simply, in houses built on wooden pillars or even empty barrels, especially in areas near rivers. These floating homes are adapted to the climate and terrain, offering a way of life intimately connected to nature. Much of the population relies on fishing and tourism for subsistence, with small boats used to transport goods or take tourists on tours through the country's vast network of rivers and lakes. Transportation in Cambodia is also characteristic. Instead of cars, most people travel by motorcycles or tuk-tuks, which are fast, inexpensive, and much more practical for navigating narrow streets. However, unlike other Asian countries, traffic in Cambodia tends to be quieter, with fewer horns and more space to breathe. One of the things that stand out is price negotiation, a common practice in markets and stores. Since the cost of living is low, tourists may be surprised by the affordability of products, but they also need to be alert to negotiate, as prices tend to be inflated for visitors. Speaking of prices, Cambodia is extremely affordable for travelers, with an average per capita income of about $250 per month, making it an ideal destination for those looking to explore new places without spending much. The official currency, the Cambodian riel, coexists with the US dollar, but most smaller transactions are made with riels. Street food and market meals are incredibly cheap, with tasty dishes that reflect the region's cultural diversity. This daily life in Cambodia, with its simplicity, economic challenges, and constant adaptation to the environment, reflects a resilient and warm people who know how to connect with the land and tradition, but are also opening up to the modern world. The mix of these experiences offers a unique perspective on how people live, work, and interact in a country with a rich past and a promising future. What truly makes Cambodia stand out is not only its landscapes and imposing temples, but also the warmth of its people. Cambodians are known for their hospitality, simplicity, and above all, the joy with which they welcome visitors into their country. Unlike many nations that may be more reserved, the people of Cambodia make it a point to show their genuine kindness, greeting tourists with open arms and warm smiles. The Buddhist way of life permeates everyday actions, with a clear emphasis on values such as compassion, generosity, and mutual respect. In markets, on the streets, or in remote villages, it's common to see a Cambodian offering help, sharing a smile, or even offering a piece of food. Life is simple, but generosity is immense. This openness to others makes tourists feel welcomed, even if they come from completely different cultures. The exchange of experiences between tourists and locals is natural, and many travelers are enchanted not only by the landscapes but by the warm human interaction they find throughout the country. In a country with such a difficult history, the resilience of the Cambodian people is inspiring. After decades of conflict and tragedy, such as the genocide under the Khmer Rouge, Cambodia rose from the ashes, and its people, despite the trauma, continue to smile, work, and live with admirable strength. Many people lost family members, their homes were destroyed, and their lives were drastically changed, but hope and a determination to move forward are visible in their daily actions. Moreover, the Cambodian people have a deep connection to their culture and traditions. Marriage rituals, for example, are greatly celebrated and carried out with many details and symbolism. In the case of some ethnic groups, such as the Kriven, the tradition also includes curious aspects, like choosing a partner after a peculiar period of living together. Although customs vary across different regions of the country, what unites Cambodians is a deep respect for their roots and a commitment to preserving their cultural identity, even in the face of hardships. The strength of the Cambodian people is also reflected in rural life. In villages, families often live in harmony with nature, cultivating their land and creating a strong bond with the surrounding environment. This connection to the land and the hard work of agriculture shape the character of a population that, despite economic and social adversity, never loses the spirit of community and hospitality. By getting to know the people of Cambodia, you'll realize that more than poverty or daily challenges, what defines the country is its ability to smile, to welcome, and to fight for the continuity of its traditions. Cambodia would not be what it is without the generosity and determination of its people, who, with humility, continue to bring life to one of the most resilient and welcoming nations in Southeast Asia. Although it is still a relatively unexplored tourist destination compared to other Southeast Asian countries, Cambodia offers travelers an authentic and unforgettable experience. The main gateway to the country is the city of Siem Reap, home to the world-renowned Angkor Temple complex, which is undoubtedly the largest and most imposing tourist attraction in Cambodia. Angkor Wat, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, attracts millions of tourists every year. Its grandeur and architectural complexity are impressive, and it's impossible not to marvel at the perfection of the details carved into the stones dating from the 12th century. But Cambodia is much more than Angkor Wat. Siem Reap, for example, has quickly transformed into a vibrant tourist destination, with new hotels, restaurants, and a growing nightlife. Pub Street, famous for its lively atmosphere after sunset, is a meeting point for both tourists and locals, offering a variety of bars, souvenir shops, and entertainment options that create a joyful and welcoming atmosphere. In Phnom Penh, Cambodia's capital, tourism is also expanding. Besides being a cultural and economic center, the city is home to historic sites, such as the Royal Palace and the Tulsleng Genocide Museum, which help tell the painful story of the country and the importance of never forgetting the past. Here, visitors can learn about the Cambodian people's struggle during the Khmer Rouge regime by visiting memorial sites that have become symbols of resistance and survival. In addition to the cities, tourism in Cambodia is also largely driven by the country's natural beauty. Cambodia is home to vast plains, mountains, rivers, and paradisiacal islands. The Koh Rong region, for example, is famous for its white sand beaches and crystal-clear waters, perfect for those seeking a peaceful refuge by the sea. The country's rural areas, with their picturesque landscapes and simple life, offer a deep immersion into Cambodian culture, providing tourists with the opportunity to experience local daily life in a unique and authentic way. The country's infrastructure has improved in recent years, and the tourism sector is seen as one of the main sources of economic growth for Cambodia. While the country still depends on tourists mainly visiting temples and major cities, the hospitality of the Cambodian people, combined with the cultural and historical richness of the country, makes traveling here an unforgettable experience. Tourism in Cambodia is also beginning to diversify. In addition to exploring historical attractions, Visitors are increasingly interested in experiencing authentic activities such as boat tours along the rivers, bike tours through rural villages, participation in cultural festivals, or even tasting local cuisine, which is a delicious mix of Thai, Vietnamese, and Chinese influences. Eating street food, trying dishes like a muk, a traditional fish dish cooked in coconut milk, or insect-based dishes like grasshoppers and spiders, offers a unique experience that attracts curious travelers from all over the world. While tourism in Cambodia is still developing, the country has a lot to offer for those looking for a rich cultural experience, a welcoming people, and a journey back in time through its temples, history, and traditions. Cambodia is a gem yet to be discovered, where visitors don't just find tourist attractions but also a genuine connection with the place and its people, something few destinations around the world can offer in such an authentic and touching way. Cambodian culture is a vibrant mosaic of ancient traditions and daily practices that reflect the richness of its history and unique identity. In a country where the predominant religion is Buddhism, and spiritual beliefs are interwoven with everyday life, Cambodian traditions and rituals are deeply marked by the pursuit of harmony and mutual respect. One of the most fascinating aspects of Cambodian culture is its marriage rituals. Traditionally, marriage in Cambodia is a grand celebration that lasts 3 days and 3 nights, with various ceremonies and festivities. During this period, friends and family gather to celebrate the couple's union, with dances, music, and of course, plenty of food. The ceremony is filled with symbolism, such as the exchange of gifts, prayers, and blessings aimed at ensuring happiness and prosperity for the couple. A peculiar detail in some ethnic groups, such as the Krivan, is the process of choosing a partner after a period of living together and social interaction. In addition to weddings, funerals in Cambodia are also highly significant events. Unlike in many other places, Cambodian funerals can last up to 49 days, with religious rituals and parties to honor the deceased. The funeral ceremony is accompanied by substantial expenses, and it's estimated that a Cambodian family may spend a considerable amount, often selling goods or gathering savings, to cover the costs. This respect for death and the pursuit of a good rest for the deceased is a sign of the strong bond between Cambodians and their ancestors, as well as the importance of the collective. Cambodian cuisine is another reflection of its rich cultural heritage. With influences from Thai, Vietnamese, and Chinese cuisine, Cambodian food is characterized by fresh ingredients and bold flavors. Rice is the main ingredient in most dishes, and fish is commonly used, as Cambodia has a large network of rivers and lakes. One of the most famous dishes is a muk, a fragrant curry made with fish, coconut milk, and spices. Street food also offers surprising and adventurous options, such as fried insects, including grasshoppers, crickets, and spiders, which are considered delicacies by some locals. In addition to cuisine, the arts play a vital role in Cambodian culture. Traditional dances, such as the Apsara dance, are highly symbolic and performed during important ceremonies and celebrations. Music is also an essential part of the culture, with instruments such as the ranit, a type of xylophone, the tro, a bowed string instrument, and the pinpeat orchestra, used in classical music. Despite the hardships that Cambodia has faced throughout its history, the resilience of its culture is impressive. The country's cultural traditions remain strong and are passed down through generations, even as Cambodia embraces the modern world. Those who visit Cambodia not only learn about its rich history, but also witness the vibrancy and resilience of a culture that continues to thrive despite the challenges it has faced. This unique combination of history, culture, and spirituality makes Cambodia a place where the past is alive and palpable, where the people's warmth and welcoming spirit shine through, and where each corner hides a story waiting to be told.